chin hurts. Felt good though. Some good jumps. Okay, so I was wearing LeBron 12s, I think, and they were hurting my heels. Also, like my Achilles were getting hella aggravated by that because it's kind of firm in the back. Like there's like a plastic heel piece in the back, so I switched into these. And these shoes are from like 2011, but these probably are the bounciest shoes I own currently. And since they're old, I don't mind wearing them outside. You're in the video. Are you gonna be in the video? Me? No, don't! Stop fighting! We're all gonna die! We just need to run away! How can we run when they won't stop attacking us? Do it! Use the best you used that time before! I will keep it together! Don't go head to head with someone who wants murder on their mind! Kinda hard. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
What size are you? Like 4 inches?
7. Thank you. Try racket.
I can barely get a bar. I can't even
My last rep. You're supposed to hype me up. Thank you. Thank you. The hip depth? And go parallel? I have to watch it again.
It looked good to me.
Oh, thank you.
She's very gorgeous today.
What's up, everybody? So thanks for watching the first part of this video. Usually I'll type these thoughts out in the description because I don't think it's, a lot of people are very interested. They just want to see the jumps, the training, and things like that. But today was kind of different. Had a little breakthrough in terms of how my body's been feeling. Since I started dunking last month in July, it kind of sparked like that itch again for me to jump. I was so stuck in this phase of just like weight training, powerlifting, getting stronger. Honestly, it was really nice to just focus on just getting stronger. Last, I would say 12 years since high school, like since I was a sophomore in high school, all I did was eat, breathe, and sleep, volleyball, and jumping. And it was just nice to like take a little break. And I've talked about this time and time again since I started like kind of powerlifting and getting my whole like weight set at home. So I actually just like didn't really jump, and it was just nice to let my body recover. That being said, after having that dunk session with Andrew, kind of waking up my like itch to jump again, like I mentioned, and it was really nice. The day after, I felt really exhausted and tired, sore, my feet, really sore, like walking didn't feel good. And it kind of reminded me how taxing jumping is and how much it affected me from when I used to jump so often and then went to immediately not jumping for like a long period of time and trying to jump again. And it's a very, very difficult, especially trying to jump at a high level, consistently at like plus 40-inch verts jumps. It's not easy to maintain when you don't practice jumping and when you don't have enough jump reps. So the last couple weeks has just been me trying to just get back into the groove of things. And today was the first time that I felt like I can jump with, not necessarily minimal effort, but it felt like I can jump how I used to jump again. To be quite honest, the last couple of weeks of having dunk sessions kind of felt like I was muscling through the jumps, kind of forced the jumps. Some of the days I just didn't feel like I can jump, but then I would just try and get the jump reps, just practice jumping. Some days I would get a little glimpse at the end of the dunk session or the jumps. It felt like I was jumping regularly. Granted, it's not as high, but it was feeling closer and closer to how I used to feel like I would jump. And especially with dunk sessions, it's all about you and you understanding how long you have to rest, how much effort you have to jump for a dunk or to touch a certain height or to do a certain dunk. It's all about you having that mental focus of like, yo, I can do this again over and over and over for, you know, an hour 30. I was talking to Cami, shout out to Cami Dunks, about how it just feels different about, like, I miss jumping in the form of volleyball. Just spiking just felt different. If you play volleyball and then you also know how to dunk, they feel similar, but it's not completely the same. And I do miss being in that atmosphere of jumping to spike, and it's a completely different feeling. And when it comes to dunking, it's not like identical, but the jumping aspect is, I guess, the common denominator. I mention this often is when I play volleyball, or when you play volleyball and you're a spiker or a hitter, you jump a lot, and it's blocking, it's serving, it's passing, setting. Spiking, you jump a lot, and a lot of people just see the spikes and the blocks of big plays. They don't I guess keep count of the amount of jumps you go through during a match, during a practice. And when you go from playing, practicing, you know, just being around volleyball anywhere between 2 to 4 times a week, that's a bunch of jumps throughout that week. And then you completely eliminate that to either like 1 or no jumps during the week, no playing volleyball. That's a situation that I was in. The last month has just been me trying to get into the groove of jumping and feeling comfortable with how my body felt and how I can recover. And it was also a way for me to understand like how my body will react to jumping, and also how will it be able to manage the load of lifting, actually doing squats and deadlifts immediately after. And it's fun to do, it's fun to see unfold, and it's cool to just see that like one day that like when I'm having a very, very short dunk struggle session, I guess, or dunk session. Today was literally only a 30-minute session. Went from, you know, warming up. It was nice today because it was like 88 degrees to like 90 degrees today. So it was nice to like get in the heat and then just like go at it, get warm, and then jump. And it felt kind of effortless. It felt like I can do whatever I wanted. Granted, like I'm still kind of rusty at, you know, lobs and trick dunks and stuff like that. But it felt good to feel somewhat, I guess, normal with how I used to be able to jump and, you know, perform. I think I'm trying to say is that at this weight that I'm at and this, I guess, how my body is now, I'm literally just trying to be at the same level that I was last year, just a little bit heavier. And prove to people that like, yeah, you can get stronger, you can get bigger. Your performance shouldn't be affected too much by it. Yeah, I guess these last thoughts are just, I'm really happy with how today went. It was a really short session. I wish I could have gone longer. You know, I'm not really too worried about it or too, you know, upset about it because I was pretty content. That rim has haunted me for like the last couple of weeks, and today just being able to crush it and, you know, dunk pretty hard, or as Steven Selly says, get some yams in. It's really nice. Like hopefully next time I go to that rim, I get really similar results. It's 10 foot. Probably might get a new net for that rim because it sucks having to go chase after the ball. I didn't mention it a while back, but the anterior tibialis muscle in my left leg felt kind of tense today. I didn't know if it was because, you know, I've been jumping more often. It was sore. I don't know, but I do a good amount of mobility and a good amount of recovery for my muscles. But a couple of years ago, when a bunch of my videos went viral for volleyball, and I remember jumping, and that muscle in my leg was like super strong, and I can feel how reactive it was, especially when I was jumping. So I felt super explosive, especially off that block step. That being said, today I had a very similar feeling. It might just be the one factor that, you know, can make or break my jump, I think. Shortly after those videos went viral, I did get a high ankle sprain, and it literally felt like a bunch of rubber bands just breaking. It felt like I wasn't gonna be able to jump the same. I guess that's not really true because I was still able to jump really high, or I was still able to jump at the same level that I was prior to the injury, but it didn't really feel the same way as I jumped back when I was younger. Now, that being said, like all my jumps felt like I just powered through them, and I was like forcing myself through the jumps the last couple of weeks. But today it felt very springy, bouncy, and light. That's the best way I could describe today's jumps and dunks. And you know, it felt really good. I could feel that my legs are starting to be able to carry myself. I was able to get a good amount of speed through my approach and my run up. It just felt more connected today than like any other jump session prior. And each session that I've had, it's progressed like incrementally, I guess. It hasn't been like, wasn't like one session where noticeably saw like a huge difference between the two. It just progressively got better and better. And that was the goal for the last month, was just to build reps and get more jumps and more jumps and more jumps until it started to feel normal again and it started to feel right. And I think the value that you guys can get out of my experience is that you have to practice jumping. You have to get the reps. And if you aren't addressing your weaknesses and you aren't practicing, there's no way you're going to be able to jump higher or better. With my experience, it's always been about the jump reps. Now, like obviously there's other aspects and factors when it comes to jumping higher. In mine specifically, it's all about strength and getting the technique right. Well, and getting my body to hit the right position so I can jump again and stay stable and strong in those positions. But you know, that will always be a conversation that will be always be ongoing. And I think that it's exciting now, because I think in the next maybe couple weeks I might be able to test my vert and see where I'm at, especially at this weight that I'm at right now. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy about how today went. You know, I was able to hit 345 back squat, which was pretty cool afterwards. And I can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the next month or two, and hopefully I can maintain the growth of this whole, I guess, jump phase, speed phase, dunk phase, because COVID doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. So I gotta get my dunk game up before it gets colder and take advantage of this heat. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, you know, this part of the video, if you guys watched it, I appreciate it, just to see my thoughts and hear my thoughts. If not, you could read it in the description box below. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the uploads. The upload anywhere between 4 to 5 days, if not a week after each other. By the time you see this, it'll probably be like a week or two later. But it was real fun today, and next session might be in a couple days, and I'll probably go to a low rim and destroy that rim. But we'll keep it rocking, and I'll keep jumping until, you know, I have to chill for a bit. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, wear a mask, and yeah.